you very much. Assalamu alaikum. That's it. Go again. Go on. Bit louder. I got re-elected too, so I'm in my second term now. So we're going to be negotiating a statewide treaty with the state government in 24-25. Hopefully we'll get some big outcomes for that. We also got appointed to the Wurrung Council after my late sister passed away a couple of years ago. I was offered to fill her space. And the Wurrung Council is actually an appointment from the Water Minister, and it actually helps us speak for the river. Not a lot of countries have traditional owners speaking for their traditional rivers. So the Wurrung, the Yarra River, significant waterway. So, yes, my name is Andrew Gardiner, but Hassan is my Muslim name. A Wurundjeri man of the Woi-wurrung people, so I'm an Aboriginal Muslim Australian since 1995. It's a pleasure for me to be here this evening at this university's Iftar dinner. So I'm humbled to be here tonight to do the Welcome to Country as a Wurundjeri elder, but also as a Muslim. The similarities between Aboriginal spirituality and Islamic practice is there's one creator spirit. There's separate men's and women's business. There's family traditions around country and marriage and ceremony. And there's respect for elders. As knowledge holders and cultural authority, they provide wisdom in their life experience. In Islam, we call this shura. There were 6 clan groups that belonged to the Woi-wurrung people. We had an oral history, passed down from generation to generation. We believe in what our elders and our ancestors say as being the truth, because we didn't have a written history. We had solid minds, remembering things and passing things on through easy things like campfires, around the campfire having a meal. So everybody got shared the same story. So our traditional country is from the Wurundjeri River in the west, the mouth of the Wurundjeri River, along its flow up to its headwaters in the Great Dividing Range, then easterly across to Mount Borbor, south through Bunyip, and then across to Mordialloc Creek. This is a traditional story that's been passed on to us from our elders, so we believe that's the truth. We didn't own land, we were custodians of land. It's like our mother cares for us, provided us resources with food and shelter and care, and that was provided to our ancestors for thousands of years. We took care of the land and the waterways, only using what we needed. So it took care of us, because we didn't overuse our resource. So from the tips of the leaves of the trees to the roots in the ground, we share our country with you today. But for 65,000 years over, we've occupied this landscape. And we're the longest living continuous culture in the world, and it's something Australians should be acknowledging and appreciating. I can't get past this little comment. You have to bear with me. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza is something we should reflect on and support with aid where we can. Innocent civilians, especially children, should not be victims of this conflict. There's a lack of water, food, medicine, gas and electricity. You've heard this time and again on the news. But over 30,000 Palestinians' lives have been extinguished, half of those being children, in 5 months. Information's gone to the International Court of Justice. Have there been any sanctions supplied through the UN? Every person has the right to exist and have a full and free life. This is not happening in Gaza. The rest of the world should stand up and say no, and say Palestinians should be free. We understand this because we've been persecuted and oppressed in our own country since occupation. We've suffered genocide in many forms. As I said earlier, in 24-25, statewide treaty will be negotiated with the state government around issues of health and housing, education, employment, and the criminal justice system, because we're still overrepresented in that system, even though we're a smaller population. Got to be something done about the sentencing practices. We had a Royal Commission in 1991 in an Aboriginal deaths in custody, and they're still occurring. It's not acceptable. So you can make a pledge to change that, please. We acknowledge the traditional country in which we meet tonight. Country is big in the Woi-wurrung language. We always pay our respects to our elders, past, present and emerging. As I said, they are knowledge holders and our cultural authority. To other elders here this evening, I also say a special welcome. So in our traditional language, Wurundjeri. Wurundjeri means welcome in a general term. So Wurundjeri Yemen Kundi Bik Wurundjeri Wurrung Balak, which means welcome to the traditional country, Bik, the traditional country of the Wurrung clans. Well, the Wurundjeri clans are the Wurrung people. Thank you for listening. I hope that doesn't stop you from digesting your food, but we do need to do something about the crisis. So, Godjin means thank you. So Ramadan Mubarak.